The following will begin after technical difficulties are settled. Please stand by. This is Retro Sports Network. The following is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, or future. Last night, the second meeting on a Tuesday between the Hatfields and the McCoys of the American League, the Kansas City Royals and New York Yankees in the big ballpark in the Bronx. And at least on this Tuesday night, it was the Royals that came out victorious. Clint Hurdle, a solo shot in the first, gave the Royals a 1-0 lead off Catfish Hunter. And then Freddie Patek, 5'4", the Dustin Pedroia of his day, smashed a 3-run homer, 4-0 Kansas City in the second. The Yankees loaded the bases in the third and could not score. Thurman Munson made it a ballgame 4-1 in the seventh. He singled home Mickey Rivers, but it wasn't enough. Larry Gura, complete game win. 7 hits, 7 walks, 2 strikeouts, Warner and run, and a big win in the Bronx. Catfish Hunter moves to 0-3, 6 2/3, 4 earned runs, 5 hits, and he's 0-3 in 1978. Next, Eddie Figueroa and Dennis Leonard going for win number 5 as Retro Sports Network presents 1978 Major League Replay. We've moved on to May today, May 3rd, 1978. It's the Kansas City Royals and the New York Yankees. Brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best podcast on the web for your sports simulations and replay needs. Play ball! Well, good afternoon. It's always good to have a runtime error and a Twitch error at the start of a stream, but that's what happens in the big jobs as we get set for the Yankees and the Royals from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Good afternoon. My name is Ron Juckett, the first of 3 games for you this week. The next one is our YouTube tape game, and it's going to be from Milwaukee. You're going to see these Kansas City Royals again. We try not to shove the Yankees and Red Sox down your throat, but other teams will give 2 games in a week. Kansas City goes on to play Milwaukee in our tape game, and on taping that Wednesday, and on Thursday live on Twitch at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, will be the Los Angeles Dodgers and Pittsburgh Pirates, and we'll show you why we're doing that game in a moment. But Eddie Figueroa looking for his 3rd win of the year. Dennis Leonard is looking for win number 5. The Royals are 13-8 in establishing themselves in the American League West, while the Yankees are part of that huge gaggle of teams in the American League East trying to keep their head above water. It is 65 degrees, the skies are threatening, and the wind is blowing in from right field at 3. Let's see what happens next, shall we? And as you do, you see Eddie Figueroa warming up on the hill. Sports Time Machine. The Yank says the Yankees always had issues with Gura. Eddie Figueroa is 2-2 on the year, making his 5th start. Fly ball pitcher, a fastball pitcher, 85. And his last start of 78 came against the Minnesota Twins on the 28th, where he picked up his 2nd win of the year. 8 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. He walked 5 and struck out 1. So 2-2 on the replay. A 3.62 ERA. 32 1/3 innings, 32 hits, 14 runs, 13 earned, 2 homers. He has walked 12 and struck out 13. And this will be the lineup that he will face this afternoon. Famous Amos Otis is in center field. He'll lead off. Hal McRae, the DH, will bat second. Tom Paquette, not Lee Bodette, but we'll still leave the light on for him in left field. He'll bat third. Al Cowens is in right. He'll clean up. Darrell Porter behind the plate will bat fifth. Clint Hurdle, who had a home run yesterday, will play first and bat sixth. A rare game, and this happened early on in 1978 where George Brett didn't play. Terrell will play third and bat seventh. Freddie Patek at short will bat eighth. Remember, he had the big 3-run homer last night. And Frank White at second will bat ninth. Defensively for the Yankees, Roy White a 7 and a 1. Mickey Rivers at 8 and a 5 in center. Reggie Jackson stirring that drink a 6 and an 8 in right. Craig Nettles at 10 at third. Bucky Dent, who's trying to get me fired from Digital to Dice, is a 6 at short. Willie Randolph a 7 at second. Chris Chambliss a 10 at first. Thurman Munson a 9 and an 8 behind the plate. And Eddie Figueroa is an 8 on the mound. I will tell you that I've picked out games, at least on paper, through the end of May as we start Week 5. And you will definitely see the Royals and Yankees next week. I think that's our tape game right here on Retro Sports Network from Kansas City. And DJ John says good morning from the left coast, and he got to see the Coke Energy commercial. They must have shot 2 of those. One with just Jonah Hill, and the one that aired during the Super Bowl with Jonah Hill and Marty Scorsese. I got to be honest with you. If Jonah Hill's pushing the product, I'm probably not going to buy it. Then again, I don't drink energy drinks anyway. But hopefully you do and drink them by the ton. All right, so we've gone through all the specifics. It could rain here. Cool, crisp night in New York. Amos Otis at 259, a homer and 6 RBI. The Royals are 13 and 8, and the Yankees are 11 and 10. Figueroa deals, and Otis sends this one into right center. Rivers going back, and that's how this one starts. A fly out to right center. Hal McRae and that porn stash at 307. Only 1 homer. He's got 2 triples. And 10 RBI on the young season. As we said, game 22 for Kansas City and game 22 for New York. Figueroa deals. McRae into right center field. Back they go. Nope, gone. Oh, it's off the wall. Somehow that stayed in the yard. I thought that was gone. Jackson took that off a hop off the wall, and McRae still has good speed even for a DH, and that's a stand-up double. So the Royals have a hit for Tom Paquette at 263, no homers and 3 RBI. He has scored in 38 at-bats, 41 plate appearances, 7 runs. Not the start the Yankees wanted. I manage the home team's computer, unless it's the Red Sox, the computer manages the road team. Paquette into center. Rivers going back there and makes the catch for the second out. McRae will tag and go to third to throw to Nettles. Not in time. Got the tag, but it was late. And so Figueroa has a runner on third for Al Cowens at 333. 2 homers and 15 RBI. So just the start of things here at the big park in the Bronx. Pitch to Cowens is a ground ball to Chambliss. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the side is retired. The Royals get a hit, no runs, no errors, and they leave the one on. Half an inning in the books. It's Kansas City, nothing. Here come the Yankees. And just to show you how different things were back then, this is Dennis Leonard's 7th start of the year in 22 games. He'll start 40. He is 4-1 with a 3.06 ERA. His last start came April 29th against Milwaukee, and he went the distance. He has gone the distance 4 times this year already. Against those Brewers, he allowed 4 hits. This must have been in Kansas City. 2 runs, both earned. He walked 1 and struck out 8, which is unusual. So in 50 innings, he's allowed 42 hits, 8 home runs, 18 runs in total, 17 of those earned. He has walked 18 and struck out 34, and he should pitch well here at the stadium. He is a fly ball plus pitcher. He does throw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and that is his specialty. Here's the lineup that Billy Martin sends out for the Bombers. It's Mickey Rivers in center field. Thank you, DJ John. That was fun. And that got uploaded on YouTube last night, by the way. Mickey Rivers leads off in center. Willie Randolph is at second. He'll bat second. The Yankees had done the reverse. Randolph leading off with Rivers batting second. Thurman Munson will bat third behind the plate. Reggie Jackson is in right. He cleans up. Chris Chambliss, as the Yankees pack all sorts of lefties in this lineup, will play first and bat fifth. Craig Nettles will bat sixth at third. Roy White in left field will bat seventh. Jim Spencer is the DH. He'll bat eighth. And Bucky Dent is the shortstop. He'll bat ninth. Eddie Figueroa threw 14 pitches in the first. As I'm hearing in my ear that Denny Leonard, this is a home game for him. He is a native of Brooklyn. Mickey Rivers is not going to bunt, although he could. 322, 2 homers, 11 RBI. Defensively for Kansas City, Paquette is 7 and 8 in left. Otis a 5 and a 6 in center. Hello, Buckeye Todd. How are you? Coming off a day of inventory. Al Cowan's a 9 and an 8 in right. Terrell a 3 at third. No Brett. Freddie Patek is 6 at short. Frank White, a good glove always, a 10 at second. Clint Hurdle, a 5 at first. Darryl Porter, a 6 and 6 behind the plate. And Denny Leonard is an 8 on the mound. Pitch to Rivers is a fly ball to right. Cowens has that, measured 1 away. Brings up Randolph at 224. No homers and 4 RBI. So, a cool night here in the Bronx, and because it's Kansas City, this place is packed. Pitch to Randolph is a line drive, ground ball, left field. Terrell, who was not a good third baseman, dove but could not make the play, and Willie's got a single. So that brings up Munson at 368, a homer and 14 RBI. We'll show you the standings at the start of the next inning. Pit throw to first. Randolph is back. And that was a joke I was going to come up with, but he's not in the starting lineup. Mike says, I always enjoy seeing in the center square, Pete Lecoq. Well, the problem with the American League East, and it's not necessarily a problem, as Buckeye Todd says the Yanks are off to a slow start, is that they've all had the chance to beat on each other a bit. And there are 5 teams that legitimately could win this division. The Yankees, of course. The Red Sox. We're going to send Randolph. Munson takes a look at the pitch to throw down to White. Not in time. So Randolph gets his 5th steal of the year. That's right, Lorenzo. And good morning to you, too. And Buckeye, the Blue Jays I don't think can win it either. So the Yankees and the Red Sox, obviously. Milwaukee has the starting pitching. Baltimore has a combination of both. And the Tigers were a decent team in 78. I still think Milwaukee, New York, and Boston will fight for that spot. No one's coming from 14 down the middle of August. So stolen base for Randolph. If you've just joined us late, bottom of the first, no score. Pitch to Munson. Ball 4. So Reggie Jackson at 306, 5 homers and 17 RBI. Randolph on second, Munson on first. Leonard trying to find some footing here on a chilly night in the Bronx. Jackson sends this one to right. Cowan should have it. He does. And Randolph will bluff. Speaking of the center square. 2 out for Chris Chambliss at 310. No home runs. He's got 2 triples. And 15 RBI. Uploads onto YouTube include the football game between the Browns and the Seahawks. That went up last night. And this morning, Game 7, our Patreon special of the 1991 World Series between the Braves and the Twins. And that, my friends, is the ultimate infomercial for Action PC Baseball. If you are on the fence about Action PC Baseball, you can watch it here on Twitch, too, because it's up for 2 weeks. Go back and watch my version of Game 7 of the Braves and the Twins. Thank you. No, that was fun. the latest episode of Digital Dice. Pitch to Chambliss is in the left field. Paquette will make the catch to retire the side. So the Yankees threaten. They leave 2 on and do not score. After 1, Kansas City, nothing. New York, nothing. For some reason, you got to do this twice. So we'll start with the American League. California, a half-game lead over the Royals, who have won 4 straight and 7-10. Run differential is going to be big in the AL West, and Kansas City's now at 20 and California at 27. Minnesota, Chicago, and Texas, I think, are going to contend all year. Seattle and Oakland are already looking for golf reservations. In the East, Boston by a half game. The Yankees have stumbled. They've lost 3 straight and 8 of their last 10. Baltimore, Toronto, and Milwaukee are within a game and a half. I still think Detroit's the team that you don't see that can contend. In the National League West, the Dodgers, who you'll see Thursday live on Twitch, 13-8. Houston, Cincinnati, San Francisco. Actually, everybody's kind of in it right now. And in the East, Pittsburgh, Chicago has won 4 straight. Then 7-10. Philadelphia and New York is playing 500 ball. Red Sox fans, go-go Mets are taking over. And so that's how the standings go as we start the 3rd of May, 1978. Darrell Porter is at 284. 3 homers and 11 RBI. Pitch to Porter is right back to Figueroa for the out, 1 away. So yeah, Al, Dave, and I did a comment show. We read through the comments for the last 3 weeks. Told a few stories and had a good time. Clint Hurdle and that big old chaw of tobacco, 279, a home run, and 10 RBI. Figueroa deals. Hurdle into right. Jackson will make the catch for the out, 2 away. So it's Jerry Terrell, no relation to Tammy or Walt, at 125, 2 for 16 with an RBI. Whitey Herzog kind of biting his nails, hoping that George Brett can come back soon. Terrell, hard ground ball to Chambliss, takes it to the bag at first, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Inning and a half in the books as the ambulance goes on behind me, no score. So Nettles, White, and Spencer to face Leonard here in the second. Nettles at 377, 4 homers and 15 RBI. Well, thank you very much, Lorenzo. He says it's very inspirational and informative for us sports game simulation wannabes. You're not wannabes, you do it. And you know who I'd love to have on is Sports Game Journal's Jamie. If he's watching, either later on YouTube or somehow will catch us on Twitch, get a hold of us. We want to have you on. Nettles, White, and Spencer to face Leonard here in the second. Pitch to Nettles. I think I gave you his numbers. I know I did. Fly ball to right. Back goes Cowens, and it's 1-0 New York. Nettles sends that one up into the bleachers in right center field, and it's 1-0 Yankees. I got to sneeze as you watch the replay. Excuse me. Consider that your break to have Howard Cosell pontificate on how Nettles' home run settles social disillusionment in the Bronx. That ball was crushed. That wasn't 330. That was really hammered. And Buckeye Todd says that Brett has an onset of pine tar fever. Maybe with a side case of hemorrhoids, too. Roy White at 283 and 2 RBI. So the Yankees jump on Leonard here in the second, 1-0. Here's the pitch. White, ground ball to third. Terrell over to first for the out. Leonard gave up 27 home runs in the real replay. 9 so far and 51 in the third inning. And honesty being the best policy, the Yankee fan in the audience is not crying with Brett not in the lineup. Did Herbeck push Justice off first for the pickoff? Well, you'll have to watch. Spencer at 235, a homer and 7 RBI. Pitch to Spencer. Got him! On a 2-2 fastball on the inside corner for a strikeout for Leonard. And then I'll bring up Bucky Dent. Now, we don't talk about dirty laundry here on the channel too much, but I have been told by my boss at Digital Dice that if Bucky Dent is another player of the game, that my position at Digital Dice is in serious jeopardy. Bucky at 158, 2 homers and 6 RBI. Pitch to Bucky is a pop-up left side. Freddie Patek makes the catch, and that will retire it. But Greg Nettles' home run makes it 1-0. A run, a hit, no errors after 2. New York won the Yankees. Yeah, they're playing themselves. It only seems that way. The Yankees won, Royals nothing. Yeah, Jim Spencer, the token pull lefty hitter the Yankees already had. And of course, lefty hitters with that short porch and right have a huge home run advantage. And that Death Valley in left center, remember, it's 432 out there in 78. Yeah, it's where home runs go to die. Freddie Patek at 265. A home run. His 3-run homer last night gave the Royals the win and drove in 7. He only had 2 on the real year. Figueroa deals. Patek ground ball to Dent. By the bag at second, over to first for the out. 1 away. Here's Frank White, 239, 3 home runs. This Royal team does not give you a Con Edison surge of power and 14 RBI. They do it with speed and an artificial surface. This was a perfect AstroTurf team. Pitch to White, popped up. Munson's got all day, takes off the mask, signs the baseball, and catches it. 2 out for Amos Otis. So Figueroa, a neat and tidy 28 pitches through 9 batters. 2 2/3 innings, a hit, and that's about it. Otis is 0 for 1. As Buckeye Todd elaborates, Danny Pasqua, Mike Pagliarulo, who you saw Sunday here on Twitch in Game 7 of the 91 series, Oscar Gamble and his afro, and Kevin Moss. I should mention that we have our 58th follower here on Twitch, and I actually posted this on Facebook because it was too funny, and he responded to a football game I did and gave me some great analysis. But if your midlife crisis 13 follows you to whatever you're doing, consider yourself lucky. Does he have some hair dye and a convertible for me too? That'd be nice. No, it wouldn't. So midlife crisis 13, thank you so much for the follow. 58 followers and 3 subs on Twitch. And if you have a Twitch Prime, and that, is an Amazon Prime account, and you have not used your freebie on Twitch, we'll take it. It won't cost you a dime. Otis is 0 for 1. Figueroa delivers, fly ball to left. Back goes White. He'll make the off the wall. I thought he was going to get there. And Otis runs into second with a stand-up double. White deked me, and here's Hal McRae. McRae doubled his first time up. Is a stalker the same as a follower? Wouldn't you have to ask George Hendrick about that? Go watch the tape game I did last week. George Hendrick does a great job on that. Padres and Phillies. 2 out, top the third, and I'm already running well over my allotted time. McRae, line drive. Chambliss is there, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit. The Royals strand 1. No to errors, 2.5 down. Yankees 1, Royals nothing. Need a little sunscreen there, right? It'll be Mickey Rivers, Willie Randolph, and Thurman Munson here in the bottom of the third. Leonard, 35 pitches, 9 batters, 2 innings, 2 hits, the home run, and Nettles a walk and a strikeout through his first 9. Mickey Rivers will lace this one to center field, and Otis can't pick it up. Otis was coming in, but it dropped in. That was a flare, speaking of Burns, and the Yankees have their third hit. Willie Randolph is 1 for 1. He singled and stole a base his first time up. Leonard throws to first. Rivers is back. Pitch to Randolph. Ground ball to Patek. Might be two. White for one. Rivers tries the roll block. The throw will go to first, and Randolph will beat it out. I just saw one word in that. Now I got to carefully read it before I read it out loud. So Randolph will beat that one out. It goes 6-4 on the fielder's choice, and here's Thurman Munson. He walked his first time up. If you had to give someone a collection of games or series of games to order from Mr. Dave, what would they be? I think it would be, depending on what you like to play, you see the baseball and football game a lot. They stream well. They play well. The basketball game, I think, plays well. All four of them really play well. There are golf games I like better, but you really can't go wrong with any of them. And I don't think you need to be a serious fan of each sport to get the most out of it. Sports Time Machine giving a Bronx cheer to Hal McRae. There goes Randolph. Porter throws down to White, and they don't get him again. So Randolph has his sixth steal. And so Munson has a runner in scoring position. 1-0 Yankees, bottom of the third. Pitch to Leonard, and Thurm lines this one to left. Paquette is there, and Randolph will have to hold. 2 out for Reggie Jackson, who's 0 for 1. Pitch from Leonard. Jackson struck out. 1-2 curve from Leonard, and he snorts as it's looked at for strike 3. That's a Cabot cheese. Cabot cheddar curve. It was so sharp it tasted like good cheese. No runs to hit the Yankees strand 1 after 3. 1-0 New York. Yeah, well, the football game is the football game. There is no difference between the college game and the pro game for any of them. It's just a matter of what data you feed into it. So if you own the football game, you own the football game. And I think it does both versions of college football and basketball well. Tom Paquette is 0 for 1. Pitch from Figueroa is a ground ball to Randolph. That's Willie, not Joyce. Throw to Chambliss for the out. I just bought Strat. I have an addiction to games. Then again, this is what I do for a living. I'm supposed to have an addiction to it. Yeah, and you can do whatever you want. There's always seasons on sale, Lorenzo. And so if you want, in fact, you can get a full decade sometimes for $40, 10 seasons. Al Collins is 0 for 1. Pitch to from Figueroa, popped up left side. Nettles, foul ball. Somebody from Staten Island made that catch. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes to Collins. Figueroa deals, and there's a ground ball to Randolph. Over to Chambliss for the out. So Figueroa cruising right along. 2 outs in the top of the 4th for Darryl Porter, who's over. That's actually a very good picture of Darryl Porter. I had to remember today to put the 78 pictures back on as the default. I got Strasburg on my Strat Team Sports Time Machine. Do I like his projection the next few years? Yes, I do. Good luck rolling a 5 off the Strasburg card in 2019. Lorenzo has a pixelated spaceship being stalked by someone with bad intentions. It's not me. I can't do both. Porter draws a walk. Some guy named Trump caught that last foul ball. Actually, no, there's someone I know in Staten Island. So here comes Hurdle. He's 0 for 1. Figueroa delivers. Hurdle right back to Eddie, and that will retire the side. Eddie doing his best Eddie Giacomin impression. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Royals strand 1. 3.5 down. Yankees 1. Royals nothing. Chris Chambliss is 0 for 1. Nettles and White to follow. Leonard delivers. Ball 4. And so the Yankees have a runner on and nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Nettles, as we said, plunked his 5th of the year into the bleachers in right center. His first time up. Leonard pitches a little more carefully, and Nettles got him. A 1-2 fastball on the black on the inside, and Nettles just shakes the head. That's the third for Leonard. And there's one out for Roy White, who is 0 for 1. Leonard delivers, and there's a fly ball in the corner and right. Cowens into foul territory, reaches in and makes the catch. How about that? That was a shallow fly ball, and Chambliss scampers back to first. 2 out for Spencer, who's struck out his first time up. So about what you'd expect from a Denny Leonard game. Well pitched, but the Royals need to give him some support. Spencer into right. Cowens lines it up and makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 4, the Yankees strand one more. They lead 1-0. So Jerry Terrell, Freddie Patek, and Frank White to face Figueroa here in the top of the 5th. And the Yankees did get a Spencer for hire. Oh, now I'm drawing. Robert Urich. That's the name I'm thinking of. Or Vegas. One of the two. Figueroa delivers, and Terrell sends this one into right. Jackson is there, and Reggie will make the catch. Here's Patek. Sounds like a college, doesn't it? Figueroa's pitch. Patek bunts one. Figueroa comes in. That's a snap throw to Randolph, and Willie is on the bag for the bang-banger. So Patek caught Uncle Ron napping, 2 out, and the Yankees do it despite me. Please don't send cards and letters. Frank White is 0 for 1. Figueroa doing a heck of a job here. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Pitch to White. Ground ball to Nettles. In on the grass. Bang, bang, throw. And White is out by an eyelash. Craig Nettles made a fantastic play to retire the side in order. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Halfway home, the ad's coming up. It's the Yankees 1, the Royals 0. Yeah, I miss guys who could bunt for a hit, too. Or even a swing and bunt like Ichiro. All right, Dennis Leonard, 4 innings, 3 hits, a run it was earned, a home run to Nettles. Walked 2, struck out 3. Figueroa, 5 innings, 2 hits, and a walk, which is an Eddie Figueroa start. And if you didn't get the mid-game ad on Twitch, you saw the in-game box score. And if you're on YouTube, you saw the in-game box score. Bucky Dent is 0 for 1. 1-0 Yankees here in the bottom of the 5th. And somehow I've actually caught up to my time. Pitch to Dent is a fly ball to left. Paquette right in the death valley for the out. It's a lost start, and you can see the Royals are thinking that as Terrell and Hurdle come in for Rivers. 1 for 2. I gave you Leonard's numbers. 70 pitches, 4 1/3 innings. That's about all that's changed on the wrong end for him of a 1-0 game. Rivers will swing, and there's a ground ball right back to Denny, and he throws to first for the out. 2 away for Willie Randolph, who has stolen 2 bases. Singled and reached on a fielder's choice, I think. Yep. That's how it was. Leonard's pitch, Randolph struck him out. He got him to swing and miss on a 1-2 fastball. And Martin just shakes his head, and so does Randolph. No runs, no hits, no errors. A perfect 5th for Leonard. 1-0 Yankees. So we gave you Eddie's numbers in the mid-game break. Otis has a double. Amos Otis, of course, familiar with the friendly confines of the 5 boroughs. He got his major league start in Queens with the Mets. in the summer of 69. Now, here's something you don't. Here's your non-Fortnite factoid of the game. The summer of 69, that classic rock anthem by Bryan Adams, has nothing to actually do with the summer of 1969. We'll let you figure out the rest of it from there. And this is where I miss Bubba Husky the most. Pitch to Otis is a ground ball up the middle. Dent, long throw to first, behind the bag, and there's one away. So Hal McRae, who's been a pest in the Yankee side historically, has a double, 1 for 2. Lorenzo, who's getting the snot kicked out of him in EVE Online, says, please do not distract me by mentioning the vile word Fortnite. Say it ain't so, Ron. Yep, it's true. One had nothing to do with the other. I got a Bubba Husky story. Pitch to McRae is a line drive to Bucky, and that's a catch. And so, you're familiar with the word gherkins. It's a pickle. We're in New York. There's delicatessens, there's pickles. They're gherkins. And so, during a football game last year, one of my 78 replay on that, and he mentions merkins. Tom Poquette, by the way, 0 for 2. Figueroa deals. Ball 4. Well, I had no idea what merkins meant. Well, Bubba Husky, in his infinite wisdom, and the reason why we could not do a live chat on the screen, told me that it was essentially a toupee for a certain part of the body, which is pretty funny. I don't know why you'd want one there, but hey, if you do, you do. So, you see every once in a while someone play. Pocket, by the way, drew a full count walk. Callens is 0 for 2. You'll see people who play Words with Friends with me on the stream because we just have the entire screen on for the games. And would you believe it? The word she played was merkins. Wonder if she knew what it meant. Pitch to Cowens is a liner in the left center field. Paquette's going for third. Cowens is digging for a double. Randolph can't get the tag down, and the Royals have 2 on and 2 out. Lorenzo says he's sprinkling some essence of Eve into the sports game. Yeah, that's fine, but no, not at all. Whatever you play is what you play. And we just not make fun, but, we're for an older audience. So Paquette on third, Cowens on second. Not that we tell dirty stories, but, our frame of reference is a bit older. Darrell Porter walked. He's 0 for 1. So Figueroa trying to get out of this jam here in the top of the 6th. 1-0 Yankees as Munson and Figueroa go out and try to figure out what to do here. Pitch to Porter is a ground ball to Randolph behind the bag. Over to first, and that will retire the side. The Royals strand 2. No runs, a hit, and no errors. 5.5 in the books. Thank you. I'm a little whippersnapper. That's what my wife says, too. Ba-doom, boom. Yankees 1, Royals nothing. So the Royals have no runs, 3 hits, and no errors. And they've left 5 on. The Yankees a run on 3 hits and no errors, and they've left 4 on. I'm just talking about in general with your average Twitch audience because it's esports and PUBG and GTFO and other games that this type of thing is probably not in the Twitch.tv wheelhouse of things that you'd want to watch. Munson is 0 for 1 with a walk. Pitch from Leonard is a fly ball left field. Paquette, 1 away. Reggie Jackson's 0 for 2. He has struck out once. That's 27 for Reggie in 23 games. That's all I meant about it. You got 20 years on me, Lorenzo. Pitch to Reggie is a fly ball to right because Cowens is there to make the catch. 2 out. That's a 6th fly out, by the way. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, just because you're on a gaming platform, Lorenzo says that's too bad because these type of the streams are what I prefer and love. Gaming is something that everybody can enjoy. It doesn't have to be, it can be an action stream, it can be a console stream, it can be, someone actually asked why I wasn't streaming Monopoly. Gaming takes all forms, and Lorenzo will be gaming on his deathbed. Will you be in a ship? If I know that you're actually legitimately on your deathbed, I'll go find you and you can blow me up. Chambliss is 0 for 1 with a walk. Most likely. Okay. You let me know that. But in all seriousness, it goes for all ages. My dad was a gamer. And he would have been 70 in last November. Played a game called Snakebite. Oh, yeah, you let me know. Drove my mother nuts. Pitch to Chambliss is a fly ball right center field. Otis moves over and makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. I've caught up. I've made up all the time that I lost in the first 3 innings. After 6, it's the Yankees 1, the Royals nothing. So Hurdle, Terrell, and Patek to start the 7th. 1-0 New York. This one's been a good one. Hurdle is 0 for 2. Writes a name run on his most explosive missile. It's not a World War II game, you know. You don't need to drop Little Boy and Fat Man on me. Hurdle, ground ball to Randolph. That's going to get off of Willie's glove. And Hurdle's on with an error. Randolph put the glove down. It was a sticky wicket. And that's a 1 in cricket. All right, maybe it's a time continuum type thing. No, I just think that, look, the first video game that was commercial was Pong in the mid-'70s. And I remember seeing Pong and being amazed by it. And so now you got to go back. Oh, I'm 48. So we're talking Pong in the mid-'70s here. You've had 45 years of gamers in the public eye. And so if you were, let's say, 14 years old in 1975, here's Terrell. He's 0 for 2 with the, just 0 for 2. Tank, yeah, Tank was about the same time, pretty much the same thing. Pitch to Terrell is a little bunt. Figueroa will pick it up, throws to Randolph covering first, and Terrell is retired. Hurdle moves on as Uncle Ron gets lost in the story and forgets to play the corners in. Please don't send your nasty messages, Yankee fans. So 1 out for Patek, who's 0 for 2. And since Patek can bunt, we'll play at the corners. So Nettles and Chambliss come down to have a conversation. Figueroa deals. Freddie hits a little looper in the left center field, and this game's going to be tied. White has no arm whatsoever. They're going to try to get him out the plate, and he's safe. Hurdle ties the ball game. So that is an RBI single, and that's makes it 1-1. So Patek has his fourth RBI in the second game, in the second game in the series. He has 4 RBIs in the last 2 games. There you go. Ron speak English now. Okay, White doesn't have much of an arm, and New York paid for it. So here's Frank White. He's 0 for 2. Sports Time Machine says it's like trying to say Rob Piccolo in a 4-game series. Someone out there trying to tell me how to say his name. See, I think of the whole Music Man. It's a piccolo. It's a piccolo. Don't forget Tank, and I will stream the Railroad Sim someday. Absolutely, both of them. I love that sort of thing. But anyway, back to let me do White. He's 0 for 2. Figueroa delivers. Ground ball to Nettles. Over to Randolph. And Patek is retired 2 away. That brings up Otis. He's 1 for 3. Has a double. So if you were, let's say, 14 in 1975, well, that was 45 years ago. Because I'm 48. So if you do the math, that makes you almost 60. And so, yeah, there's going to be a ton of gamers. Now, pitch to Otis. There's a fly ball to right. Reggie Jackson coming in. He makes the catch to retire the side. Stretch time, 1-1. That little flourish was to tell Phil Rizzuto the thunderstorms in the area have cleared and he cannot run over the GW to Cora for his cannoli. It is 59 degrees. We have not had any rain, but it's still threatening, and the wind is blowing out to right at 3 center. That's 3. So the Royals tie it in the top of the 7th on a run and a hit and an error. Leonard will face Nettles, White, and Spencer. Leisure Suit Larry appropriate on Twitch. Have you ever watched most Twitch streams? We are downright Mormon-friendly in this stream compared to some of the stuff I've seen on Twitch. Nettles, with that home run in the 2nd, made it 1-0 New York. Here's the pitch to Craig, and there's a little looper in the center. Otis on a hop, and the Yankees start the bottom of the 7th with a single. Lorenzo needs to readjust his pacemaker. Wink, wink. Here's Roy White. He's 0 for 2. Not going to bunt here. White popped up left side. Terrell and Patek. Freddie's there. 1 out for Jim Spencer, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. I mean, if you think Leisure Suit Larry's questionable, don't ever look up Grand Theft Auto. Ever. We told you Spencer's got a strikeout. Leonard has struck out 4. He's at 95 pitches here in the bottom of the 7th. Make it 5 as Spencer swings and misses a 2-2 fastball for strike 3. So 2 out here. Both teams have been held to 4 hits. This has been a well-pitched game. Here's Bucky Dent. He's 0 for 2. Leonard deals. Dent line drive, left center field. Nettles will try for third. No. Paquette picked it up and held Nettles to second. So Bucky's got a single. That's the 5th hit for the Yankees. And so there's 2 out for Mickey Rivers, who's 1 for 3. So through 27 batters, Leonard 6 2/3 innings, 107 pitches. 5 hits, a home run. He walked 2 and struck out 5. Pitch to Rivers. Struck him out. Leonard got out of it. Mickey Rivers tipped it right in the glove of Darryl Porter. And the Yankees leave 2 more. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the 8th, 1-1. So the Royals have 4 hits. The Yankees have 5 and an error, and both teams have left 6 on. Al McRae, 1 for 3 with a double, and Figueroa has 82 pitches. He can probably go the distance. We did the trial game for Action PC 2020, Buckeye Todd, doing a Yankee-Washington game, and I think I had 25 strikeouts in 10 innings. Al was talking to me about, the new animation and stuff. Well, you don't get any on strikeouts. Pitch to McRae is a line drive left center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Rivers throws it into third. McRae's on with a double. So here's Tom Paquette, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. And remember, our newest follower, midlife crisis, 13. And for all of us, we've had one along the way somewhere. But it's official. Paquette's going to bunt. Munson to first. Randolph covering. McRae goes to third, and the sacrifice works 1 out. So Cowens, infield playing in. Don't know. He commented on the football game. That might be more of his thing. Outfield back. Infield in. McRae on third. 1-1. 1 out, top of the 8th. Cowens is 1 for 3 with a double. And he's a ground ball to Nettles. He comes in, throws it to Chambliss for the out. McRae will have to hold. So the Yankees played that one right. Where is midlife crisis? He's at the hair gel aisle of your local CVS, getting some Just for Men. The 2-for-1 special for mouthwash. And whatever the college girls drink. Porter is 0 for 2, and if that's not midlife crisis, I'm not trying to make fun of that. I just think that's a great name. Pitch to Porter, who's 0 for 2. Ground ball to Chambliss. Chambliss gets him for the out. Side is retired. The Yankees get out of it. No runs, a hit, no errors. The Royals 3-1. I'll tell you why I'm laughing in a minute. 7.5 down. 1-1 to score. It'll be Randolph, Munson, and Jackson to face Leonard here in the 8th. Leonard at 111 pitches. And so Buckeye Todd's response, oh, so midlife crisis is Keith Hernandez. Well played, my friend. Well played. Randolph 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Somewhere, Julia Louise-Dreyfus squirms. Pitch to Willie is a liner in the left center. Otis digs in to make the catch. 1 away from Munson, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. That's funny, man. So Leonard, if he pitches well, could pitch into the 9th. Here's Munson 0 for 2, ball 4. So Thurman reaches for the second time today. And that brings up Reggie Jackson, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Infield playing back. 1 out. It'll be Hurdle, Terrell, maybe, and Patek for the Royals in the 9th. Porter and Leonard go out to have a word. Pitch to Reggie. Struck him out. Oh, baby. He got him on an 0-2 fastball on the outside corner. That's right. You don't get these jokes over at Fortnite. No, sir. Here's Chambliss. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. You know, speaking of things that you would never see on a Fortnite stream, I was watching some good YouTube clips last night. And one of them was Desi Arnaz on with Johnny Carson in the mid-70s. First of all, go look it up. Second, Carson's wearing something out of a camp British comedy. Third, Desi is 59 in that clip. Chambliss 0 for 2 with a walk. Chambliss ground ball to White. He throws to Hurdle, and that will time. All right, thanks, Sports Time Machine. You have yourself a good afternoon. We go to the 9th. Nothing to cross for the Yankees. 1-1. Both teams have left on 7. So Desi Arnaz drank his job away. He's 59. He looks like awful. On the couch next to Desi is Bob Hope, Don Rickles, Robert Blake from the first season of Beretta, and Ed McMahon. How the hell do you compete with that? Okay? And so Desi's there to pitch his book. Without Googling, can you tell me the name of Desi Arnaz's autobiography? Hurdle is 0 for 3. We go to the 9th. I probably should be serious here. He has scored, so he's reached on a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 3. Or is that the air? Yep, no, he reached on an air in the 7th. Figueroa deals. Ball 4, so the go-ahead run is on. Eddie, well, Willie Wilson's going to pinch run, which is absolutely the right move. So Terrell, are they going to let Terrell hit here? He's 0 for 2. They play for the bunt. Nettles and Chambliss coming in. Figueroa is only at 95 pitches. Helps if I hit the right button. Terrell does drop the bunt. Munson throws to Randolph, and the sacrifice works. So Wilson goes to second. Patek is not going to see anything do. No, it's not. You got some splaining to do, Lucy. Nope, that's not it. Although you're right, that would be a good title. Patek draws the 4 wide ones, and they'll set up the double play for Frank White, who's 0 for 3. So Wilson on second. Patek on first. Figueroa trying to hold on to a 1-1 tie. 1 out, though. A double play gets the Yankees out of it. Nettles, White, and Spencer for New York in the bottom of the 9th. Figueroa delivers. Snap throw to Chambliss, and Patek is back. I'll give another minute. Whiskey Lullaby. Nope. Another good choice, but nope. Pitch to White, and that's up the middle for a base hit. Rivers will pick it up. Wilson's going to hold it third. Oh, baby. And so in a 1-1 tie, they're going to go halfway. Amos Otis, 1 for 4. He's got himself a double. Lorenzo just kind of giving me the get off my lawn talk here. We'll give Figueroa the batter. Gossage warming up. And in fact, they might make the change now. Martin goes out. He's got Gossage on full rest. Figueroa says, I want him. Billy says, you better get him. So they're playing halfway. Babalu. Nope. Another good choice, though. I'll give you the name because I got to be serious here. The name of it? A book. Pitch to Otis. And there's a long drive to left in the corner. White makes the catch for 1. Wilson will tag. Here comes the throw to the plate. Munson's got it, but not in time. And Wilson scored easily. And Kansas City played that perfectly, having the sprinter on third. That was just down the line and left enough. And White has a horrible arm. But with that, so it's 2-1 and 2 out. What a play by White just to get it there. And so the Yankees have some work to do. Yeah, I thought that was just the greatest title ever. What's your book? A book. Pitch to McRae. Figueroa delivers. Ground ball to Nettles. Flips it to Randolph for the easy out. And that'll do. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 9th. A big run for Kansas City. They go up 2-1. So 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Royals. They leave 9 on. 1 run, 5 hits, an error for the Yankees, and they've left 7. Nettles, White, and Spencer. And we'll see about both of those. But Nettles is going to hit. Nettles hit the home run in the second to make it 1-0. Leonard deals, and Nettles pop up left side. Terrell, 1 out. I'm not sure if he ever did. You can only suck up to Lucy so much. Book 2. Another book would be how I would call that. So let's see. White, 243 against a righty. Lou Piniella will pinch hit. 320 on the year. No homers and 7 RBI. Leonard at 131 pitches is now technically over his limit. Dos book. Pitch to Piniella. Struck him out. Leonard got him on a 1-2 breaking ball for strike 3. And now it's Jim Spencer in the last chance saloon. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. So 2-1 Royals. And so they're nervous here at Yankee Stadium. Bucky Dent on deck. Leonard delivers. Spencer, right field. Cowan's going back. Off the wall. Spencer going for 2. He's got it. And so the Yankees have the tying run on for Bucky Dent. So no silver sombrero. Remember, the computer's got a hold of Leonard. Pete Lecoq, by the way, is at first. He's a 6. That was the only change. Dent is better against lefties. He's 1 for 3, however. And we'll see. I got to beat 221. It really is 6 one way, half dozen the other. Bucky Dent's on-base percentage is high. I guess Stanley is who you go with. And now if you pull Leonard for a lefty, it kind of goes out the window. Stanley's 0 for 4 with a strikeout on the year. He's the winning run. Spencer the tying run. 2 out. Rivers on deck. Leonard trying to sweat this one out on a chilly night in New York. The pitch. Stanley strikes out. Stanley has struck out. He swung on and missed a 1-2 curveball, and that's the ball game. The Royals, in a good one here at the stadium, win 2-1. Two runs, 6 hits, no errors for Kansas City. That run of the ninth was all the difference. Denny Leonard goes to 5-1 on the year. The solo shot by Nettles, and he strikes out 9. Figueroa, you can't do much better than that. 9 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, and he walked 4. So Otis and Patek with the RBIs. McRae had 2 hits. Nettles had 2 hits. We're going to give the MVP to Denny Leonard, who starts at 5-1. And now we're going to play the rest of the Wednesday in baseball. That is a nice start. All right. And so the tape game is going to be Kansas City and Milwaukee. The next live game is going to be Los Angeles, Pittsburgh on Thursday. You're welcome, Buckeye Todd. As soon as Strat resets my ballparks, we're going to do a video on that too. All right, games being played. The Dodgers 6, the Cubbies 1. Do I have any highlights from there? No. Doug Rao, 2-2. Rick Monday, 2 homers on the day for 2 RBIs. Baltimore 6, Texas 2, Pittsburgh 2, San Diego nothing. Don Robinson 7 shutout innings, 3 hits. Baltimore, by the way, walked 11 batters in that win. That's not good. Cincinnati 7, Philadelphia 5. Dale Murray gets the win. Boston and Louis Tiant shuts down Minnesota 2-0. Louis does go the route. Didn't walk anybody. Freddie Lynn with his 5th home rn. Montreal 1, Houston nothing. Ross Grimsley with a shutout, allowing 2 walks. 1-0 the final. San Francisco 6, St. Louis 2. Whitfield 3 for 5 with 2 homers. Chicago beats Milwaukee 6-3. Heisel 2 for 2 with his 8th home run of the year. Oakland 6, Toronto 5. Elias Sosa and Yu goes to 3-1. Mitchell Page has 4 hits. California shuts down Detroit 3-2. And Seattle 3, Cleveland 2. Parrott gets the win. Pruitt, his 2nd homer. Detroit walked 12. So there you have it. That's the day in baseball. Taped stream is going to be Kansas City, Milwaukee ballpark, courtesy of Sports Time Machine. Live Los Angeles in Pittsburgh. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ron Juckett. Hit that like, subscribe, and follow on Twitch, and we'll make fun of your name for all. No, thanks a bunch. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.